53 miles now. Bogies appear to be heading directly at us. I'm coming towards. Steady up.
So that could be your tanker. So if you want to lock on it so you can see his airspeed and what he's doing, make sure you do disarm your jet first with the master arm switch. That will switch your weapons to nose cold or inactive, so you will not get in trouble when you come back, or just a precaution so you don't fire a missile. I don't know if this is the tanker. I'm just gonna lock on it, and once again, AWACS Q declare.
Sentry 1, Mako 1-1, declare.
Mako 1-1, Sentry 1, contact is friendly.
That's a friendly contact.
1, Sentry 1, be advised, hostile aircraft bearing 355, 80 miles, 29,000.
Alright, this is an active war zone and it's hot, so I gotta keep watching out for other aircraft.
29,000.
The tanker is doing about 20,000 feet, so I'm just gonna start climbing towards it. And now that you find your tanker, I'm gonna get closer to it, and then we'll go to the second part of our refueling, which is closing on the tanker. The KC-10 is a large gas station in the sky, capable of refueling 3 aircraft simultaneously at a rate of 420 gallons per minute. And the KC-135 straddle tanker is a valuable aid in extending the effective range of other aircraft. Now notice, as soon as you lock up the tanker, you start getting your speed of the target, and this is your closure rate. So right now you're closing on them about 368 knots. So I will talk about that later, and I will show you what are your overtake speeds and how to close into the tanker. If you look to your right, you can see that the tanker is coming towards you a little bit to the right. So now you can tell by the triangle, you see that it has a line. That line is showing you the direction of the tanker. And here you can see the altitude more or less and where he is. So close the range up to 40, 20. This is within 20 miles. Okay. Now let me show you this table. The closure rates. This table shows the range from the tanker and the desired overtake speed. Now start to get closer to the tanker. Since tankers fly large racetrack patterns, to make the tanker fly a predictable flight path, you're gonna go to the option Y. This is your tanker command menu, and request fuel number 1.
Wagon 2-1, Mako 1-1, request clearance to refuel. Mako 1-1, Wagon 2-1, clear to pre-contact position.
Now the tanker will slow to 300 knots, and it will be straight and level on its racetrack pattern. Alright, so they just clear you to get behind the tanker. The key is to keep slowing down as you get closer to the tanker. Once you get inside 1,000 feet, stay at 10 knots of closure until you're right up the pump. At that point, move past the pump at a walking pace. I will always give that option there because you're going to be busy maneuvering the jet and you don't want to go look in the keyboard for the Y. You want to keep your hands on the controls at all times. So let's lock the tanker again, and he is to the left. There it is, right there. You can zoom in to make sure that's him, and yeah, it looks like that's the tanker. Just forget to zoom out and stand checking your overtake. So now you start closing on to him, and he's at 20,000 feet, so climb a little bit and start getting right behind him. Now that you see the overtake is about 37, 38. Maneuver towards the tanker, keeping it slightly above the line in the HUD. Push the throttle up slightly to get some overtake. Remember, overtake is how fast you're closing on or overtaking a target. Since overtake is calculated using the radar, you must have a radar locked on the target in order to get an overtake readout on the HUD. Set your overtake at 10 knots per 1,000 feet of closure when you are within 1 nautical mile, 6,000 feet from the tanker. And here is your refueling checklist. Now, when you start seeing detail of the plane, means that you're getting within a mile of the target. So right now is a good time to open your refuel door on the master fuel panel on the left console, right here. You can go outside, see that it's open, or you can just do Shift R, it's closed, and open it back again. You can also check the door is open by looking at the ready word on your air refueling panel indicator, which has 3 words. It's ready in blue, nose wheel, and air refuel contact in green, and disconnect in amber on the bottom. So as soon as you make contact with the pump, the green light NWS will lit up, and you know that you are connected to the tanker. Now here, there is also a good time to change your radar, because you're probably going to lose contact with the target. So you're going to go to your left MFD and select your ACM, and I always select 60, and now you have a lock on the target. So now here is a good time for you to call Y and number 2.
Camel 1-1, Cowboy 1-1, stabilized and ready.
Here we go.
Roger. Cowboy 1-1, Camel 1-1, clear to contact position.
You're clear to contact, so just keep it steady. No more than 10 knots overtake. And let me just go lower so I can show you the lights. So let me just get a little bit lower here, and we'll talk about the director lights in the bottom of the tanker. Let me pause it right now. Okay, and here are the 3D view, and these are the director lights.